For this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get your sketches transformed from a drawing that you've photographed or scanned in into Illustrator as a vector. So take yourself your image of your sketch, whether you've scanned it or photographed it. I'm just going to use the marquee tool here and copy and paste this item onto its own layer. So it doesn't matter what you've got, as long as you've got a nice sort of complete lines are always really helpful. I'm going to go to image and adjustments and black and white, and then in image and adjustments and levels. That was curves, let's use levels. And then bring the white in to clean up the white of the page, and then bring the black in a little bit more, just to make sure the black lines that you've got jump out and you'll lose any soft pencil lines. So that's looking pretty sharp. So I'm going to make a selection of it using the marquee tool, and I'm just going to use edit copy merged, just because it's good practice to make sure you've got the right resolution. So I transfer over to Illustrator, and I'm just setting up an A3 canvas with RGB color for size. I'm going to paste it on there, and you can see it's a really big scan because I've used the camera to photograph it, so it's high resolution. So in the middle there, if you make sure you've got your right tools open, so I've got Window, Workspace, and Essentials Classic, you'll see that you've got Image Trace button right at the top. So click on that. It'll work out your image, see where your lines are, and then you can click Expand, and that'll create all the little paths and whatnot. It does go a little bit flaky, it does change it a little bit, but you can always modify that later on. So I'm going to use the white arrow just to select the white and delete it. And now what I'm going to do is use the pencil tool, which is N, and draw a shape. So you can just fill these shapes if you keep the white in the center, but I think they look quite interesting, quite nice, quite stylish if you draw your own shape and then send it behind. So this is I've got a bright red for this one here. Right click, arrange center back, so they've got a red shape behind it. Obviously I want to do this tuft part on the top. So again, I'm choosing some sharp, jagged lines, and it really doesn't have to be accurate or even complete. Press I, click on the color you want, and send it to the back. And that's pretty much it. You end up with a really nice sort of stylish, handmade shape, but it's a vector, so it's got that nice, clean style to it. What you don't want to have is an object that's really messy if you're going to use it. And I can tile this, make a nice little grid structure out of it all. And then sort of tile it in a different way. So a few objects that you could do this way, and then make an interesting wallpaper design that can be wrapped over any form of like product or packaging. So just hold Alt down to make a duplicate, and every time you do this sort of thing, just make sure you save it. So see what you can create with that.